Well, it's Thursday, laundry day over here at my house, but gonna be working on the old Dodge Dakota today. For a while now, whenever it's been kind of rainy out or damp, it's been kind of missing, sputtering when you start it up, so I'm thinking probably a cracked, get that bike out of the way, probably a cracked distributor cap. And here she is, my 1999 Dodge Dakota. Got a custom rear window there. Plenty of stickers here on the back. Kind of tell what kind of stuff I'm a fan of from that. Grab my keys out real quick. And let's see what she has on her on the clock here. Let's see what she has here on the clock. 103,000 miles. Been in the family since about 2002, I think, 2003, somewhere in there. My dad bought it. Really nice truck when he got it. Been kind of beat up since then, and I bought it here, I don't know, 4 years ago or so. Just drive this around town to work, keep the old miles off the Charger there. That's a 2013. It's got 117,000 on it. Well, we'll pop the hood here and see what we got on here. It's supposed to be a pretty easy job, but if you're gonna watch my videos, you might find out that easy isn't always easy, if you know what I'm saying. Here we are under the hood of the old Dakota. Now, I'm not really a Ford guy. I got two Dodges right now and a Chevy 62 Impala that we'll be showing you here hopefully pretty soon. But one thing Ford did that I do appreciate was they put the distributor in the front of the engine on a lot of the Ford models, because this distributor cap is way back over there, so it's not going to be the funnest thing to get to. But you know how I do most of my stuff these days is I just look on the old YouTube and figure out a video on there about how to do what I'm needing to do, rather than just pounding around on stuff like I did in the old days. And it's supposed to be an easy job, like I said, but we'll see about that, because it's pretty far back there. First of all, I gotta take off this breather air filter here and the thing that covers up the throttle body. And what you want to do when you're doing jobs like this is make sure your tools are all over the place and never gather them all up at once, so you get plenty of cardio in while you're trying to get something done. So I'll go grab a toolkit maybe, and we'll see what we can demolish. I was thinking, I've lived here a couple of years and never been on this side of the garage because the Impala's been parked here. I didn't know if I'd even have a plug-in. And oh, there's their plug-in for my drop light. And no third little thing. Now, most people will probably just bust that little thing off so it'll fit in there, but I think I'll probably go find me another extension cord, or maybe just pull the truck up a little bit so it reaches with just the drop cord. But I think I'll go try to find another extension cord. What really amazed me about all that is the outlet worked and the light came on. Like I said, first we got to figure out what size that is. Way too small. And you know, you could just get a crescent wrench or something on that, but probably strip that out if I did that. So what you want to do is go through everything you have and get to your biggest socket in your socket set and find out that if that socket is still too small. What size is that anyway? 7/8. So then what you gotta do is, you know, like I said at the beginning, leave all your tools all over the place. It's pretty neat. So you have to keep walking back and forth in a crowded garage. Let's see if you can find something big enough. What was that over there? 7/8, 15/16. There's one above 7/8. Now, should I assume that's gonna work, or go ahead and find the 1" over here somewhere? Which I know I have a 1" somewhere around here, but you know, it's not just right in my face right now. So I was saying about that crescent wrench deal. Maybe that'd be the way to go, but geez, I don't see my crescent wrench laying around. Just perfect. Well, I don't bore you with all that. I watch some guys on there, and you know, they YouTube, and they're standing there vacuuming out their car for 25 minutes. I'm like, you know, guys, you could probably skip ahead on this, and it would be just fine. So I'll do some searching and get back with you, so you don't have to live through all that. Well, it was 15/16. Amazingly, I didn't have to use my giant crescent wrench there that I bought up at the farm store when I took the fan off of this thing. Get this off here. You want to take the clips out of here, like you're going to change the air filter, and I've actually done that recently, so that's pretty good. Got a little hose here in the back. Take it off. Got that off. Hard to do one-handed, of course. Set this here on the old workbench. I was also thinking about taking the throttle body off and cleaning her out, but I don't think I'll take it off. I'll just spray a little bit of cleaner there on the top. But back there, as you can see, is the distributor cap way down in there. It's supposed to have a bolt on either side. That's supposed to be a 7mm or a Phillips screwdriver, but I'm gonna guess that the Phillips screwdriver isn't going to get it off of there, so I'm just gonna go straight to the socket, 7mm. We'll see. And I think I'm gonna number those spark plug wires, maybe, to just kind of get them back on there all right, because that's always fun when you mix one of those two around. And from what I've seen, it's kind of hard to pull that cap out with all the wires on it, so probably the best thing to do, maybe, you know, here we go again. I knew I was going to do this, you know, right, 1 2 3 4 5 6 around there. I left my my Sharpie in the house, so I'm going to run in the house and get that, mark that up, and then we'll try to unscrew that. Something you won't want to miss. Here's my rudimentary markings. By no means what cylinder or firing order this truck is. I just marked it going counterclockwise, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Well, I didn't really get the 6 written on there, because I mean, once you get 1 through 5, you already know. Besides the center one up, I laid that right down there. That goes in the center of the cap. So we'll grab a wrench and see if we can get that out of there. I'll probably need a couple extensions, and you know, they're nowhere near over here. You have to go track those down. They're either, ooh, big crescent wrench there. Trying to make a noise. Extensions down here. That's not an extension, that's a bolt. That might work. Probably guarantee that the 7mm over here be a 1/4 inch, and this is a 3/8 drive, and I'm sure I lost my adapter by now. Yeah, I see one down in there. Alright, well, we'll see what we got going here in just a second. I think the screwdriver is actually going to get it out. I can't get my hand down in there good enough to keep the wrench turning on that bolt that's already loose, or socket I guess I should say. So I'll see if we're still working on the one side. See if we can get that out. And just kind of how I thought, can't really get that out in any way to get to where you want to be. So you want to make sure you got your stuff marked on there and make sure it rubs off in the dust that you put. So we'll pull a couple of those off, leave as many on as we can. Kind of figured while I'm in there changing the cap, might as well change that rotor down in there too. The cap, I don't see any breaks or cracks or whatever, but it's hard to tell sometimes, and it might just be a burned up plug wire too. That might be my next step if she's still doing what she was doing in the rain that she's been doing. But we'll pull that rotor out. Should just pull up. Let's see if I can reach my hand back in there. Yep. Snipped right off. I probably should have looked to see where it was setting, but I think it's got a little groove in there. Tell me how to put it back in. If not, we might be having a long night. Well, it slid back in there, as you can see, or maybe not see. The camera can focus. This one's pretty burnt up. I mean, 103,000 miles on it. I'm sure it's original. I wouldn't see any reason it wouldn't be. So probably not a bad idea while you're in there to just change that out. I mean, it was $7. Might as well, right? Well, now I'll try to get the cap back on. See, had a little incident there. I wrote 1 there for my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but then when I went and set it in, this one's actually 1 right there. So got my little arrow there to remind me of that. As one might expect when you draw markers on a dusty wire, that those numbers are going to rub off. So hopefully we got her on there right. I'm going to throw the breather on there. Actually, I'm going to clean up that. Ooh boy, look at that. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. You know, you always want to put these old parts in a box and then put them on a shelf and never ever use them again, like we're going to do now. That one, that stuff in there is pretty chewed up, so I'm definitely needing that. Throw that chewed up thing in there. We'll set this there, and in 2035 we'll be back out here and we'll throw that in the garbage. But right now, clean all this stuff off the engine, and we are going to see if this starts and backfires all over the place, because I got wires mixed up, which would not totally surprise me. The first extension I walked all the way over there for was too long, so I had to go and walk back there and get a shorter one. But that's my day. Yes, I have it. Well, it only took Jack it around another 10-15 minutes, but sounds like I got it. So tomorrow we will get up, start out the old Dodge Dakota, and if it's sputtering like it was before, I'll go ahead and maybe change the plugs and plug wires, but hopefully this fixes it. Thanks for watching. I think hopefully in the next video I'll be going to pick up my 62 Impala. Messing with the brakes for about 3 years, and finally sent it off to my mechanic friend Tyler. He can fix pretty much anything, and he's getting me set right up with it, and I'm going to be cruising that here pretty soon. That'll be a good summer cruiser for me. I'll tell you all about that when we go and pick that up. Well, thanks for watching.